What's up, guys? Welcome back to the one and only Monetary Recaps. This is Jake here, back at it again with these delicious TA videos. Today we're going to do more moving around on the charts. Sorry about we've been doing a little rambling over the past videos. I want to keep everybody entertained here, and so I would like to explain from my point of view what I personally think is going on with HEX's price. So everyone thought we'd made a definitive bottom. I was included when I thought we made a bottom on the 8th of December 2021. I was foolishly mistaken. I took everything for granted. Okay, I thought I was a fucking genius up here. Okay, I thought I was an absolute genius up here. I thought, oh my god, I solved this shit, bro. I was planning my trip to Jamaica. I was ready to go. Okay, so be careful in the crypto market. This stuff is crazy, right? But what I'm saying to do here, right, is that I think HEX is in a consolidation period, and that is very bullish. It has been down from its all-time high for 210 days. That is the longest bear market HEX has ever sustained. And so I personally would say that this is a make it or break it. It makes it or it breaks it. Okay? So HEX recently was on a nice little run up here until up 16.5, which got rejected, which isn't surprising. But that's also because if you look at the indicators, when HEX goes up 15%, the RSI is overbought. And you know, as much as HEX wants to be out of the norm, historical data always reverts to the mean. If that's true, then you know the world is sound. If that breaks, help us all. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. But when HEX is in the 88 RSI range on the 1 hour, the 3 hour, whatever, any range, it doesn't matter how small, how big, you cannot go up forever. There's gravity. We are constant free fall, right? Every time you go up, you have to battle an acceleration of 9.8 meters per second. That is gravity's acceleration. That's the pull down that everyone has to deal with. Even stocks. That's how I like to look at it. Physics, I think, can be related to stocks, because physics can help you understand, like, okay, if something needs to go up, it needs momentum, it needs force, and that's what HEX needs. It needs momentum. It needs to get the momentum going. It needs a force, a driving force, whether that be buying pressure, whether that be public attention, whether that be more stakers, or whether it be anything. It just needs more forces. And now some of these forces may be smaller. Like if you go on app.hex, I think it is, or WinHex, you can look into all the current stakers and the current holders. It is continuously rising. It is adoption by the day. There's an active community there. You will see buying and growth there. And so it's a reinforcement of why I think if you believe in this project, you should buy. So what I think we should map out today is some Fibonacci retracement levels. So first we need to find it first, obviously. And so we're going to go up to the highest it wicked was 51 cents and the lowest it wicked, which was 9 cents. And so as you can see, in the Fibonacci retracement level, we are hovering in the red range, which historically has been an amazing time to buy. A personal anecdote is that I bought Bitcoin up until July's reversal, before I was into HEX, and I was in the negative for Bitcoin. I was in the negative for Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I kept buying. I had no idea what I was doing, but I thought, well, if I bought it high, why wouldn't I buy it low? What's the sense in that? You know, there's only fear. That's the only thing keeping people back from buying low is fear. If you would have waited, you would have put everything in, of course, right? But now that you put in at the top, you don't want to put in more money and keep losing, right? Because you're already low confidence. You've lost a little conviction, right? But if you just look at the fundamentals, I mean, look at the indicator. If we go to RSI, you can see how low it is compared to where it used to be, okay? It used to be at almost 100. It is at 50. It is 50, which is pretty realistic compared to where the price is at right now. Down 74% currently, down 80% total. Okay, so I think HEX is an amazing buy right now, and I think the only thing it's lacking is conviction from people. Is just they don't want to wait for pull chain. I mean, I sacrifice for PulseX, so I haven't been sacrificed for that long. But you know, I have a stake, and also, but I didn't sacrifice for Pulse, and you know, to be fair, I'm kind of honest because I'm glad I didn't, because it's been a while, those guys have to wait. They may have amazing, gratification, and I'll probably be bummed that I missed out on their sacrifice, but that's a lot of money to lock up, and I don't blame any average Joe for not wanting to lock up their entire bag or sacrifice their entire bag and just have to wait so long. That's just it's almost preposterous. It gets a little but just price action wise, this is crazy. I think personally, we tested the 0.61618 level of 35.6, almost to the T. We rejected it, and then now we've been bouncing off the bottom, which we established at 10 cents. And now you can also move down the bottom, the actual bottom of the range, to 7 cents, which I would more do for confirmation bias, because the big payday crash was bought up at 8 cents. So we can just relatively assume that is our bottom. So what I think will happen personally is that we're making new lower lows and the higher highs. We broke above this previous local high here, and I'm just talking about weeks within the month, February to April. But if you look at the weekly chart here, you can see also a repeating pattern. We had this downturn, upturn, downturn, upturn, and if history repeats, a triple bottom would be very, very bullish. As you can see, let me change these colors for everybody. Let's make this just white. As you can see on the RSI, we used to be at 36. We used to be at 36, on March 14th. On March 28th, we were at 45. Now we are at 40. So we are progressively and not insanely jumping on the RSI. Look from 06 to the 20th, it jumped almost 17 basis points. That's a lot in a very short amount of time. Here, we're not jumping nearly as many. We're jumping 3, about 5, a little less than 10. We're moving in a very, very good effort. And what I like to look at is what I would call is just the angle of attack. From here to here is a little more brought out, if that makes sense. Is a little more stretched out and from here to here. It's more violent. So personally, what I think could happen here is I think that we could retest the top of the range of red, and if we break through that, which is already substantial, that's 35, right? %. If we break through the 0.382%, it's 86% from current prices, and to the 0.5% Fibonacci retracement is 126%, 168%, 220%, 300%. I mean, you can make a pretty penny off of HEX, and then that's what I intend to do. And so what I can only repeat to people is just, if you would buy it high, why won't you buy it low? I understand confidence may be low, but look, this is very bullish. This is forming a new lower low. This is this here, if that makes sense. And so then this, right, will be almost up here, is my personal opinion. I think we could easily go to 18 cents. If nothing crazy happens, we could easily go to 18 cents. That's not within a crazy realm, right? So on the 12-hour, we're not overbought like crazy, but the only thing I recommend against is I am not a big fan of these big jumps in the RSIs. That makes them, prone to selling off, because, you see 5% in this market, inflation and everything like that. People will sell. I mean, you can't fault people for selling. It's just the average game, It's whatever you believe this will be worth is your content. And so my personal advice to everyone is put this on your watch list and do what you want to do. DCA is your best friend, time and patience. If you're not leveraged, you shouldn't be worried about time. You don't have a price target. You don't have a time horizon, you have a price target. So when it reaches your price, sell it when it's at your price. But unless then, don't set times. Don't set, I'm going to sell it in a week, I'm going to buy it in a week, whatever. Just buy consistently every month if you can. That's my personal advice. And this is just watch list advice. This is not telling you what to buy. This is what I do personally, is I buy with the money that I get each month, and it's a very nice DCA. like strategy, and it's very simple for the average investor, and you won't lose all your money in cryptocurrency because you'll be constantly lowering your cost average. So when it returns to when you were profitable, you'll be up even higher with a lower cost average and more coins or more shares, whatever it is. This has been Monetary Recap, guys. I hope you enjoy the video. Make sure you check out our Discord, like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you have a good day.